Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I wanted to give you a 15,000 mile update. I'm actually just shy of 15,000 miles on my 21 Tesla Model 3 Performance. I bought this car, I think it's about 8 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, something like that now. And just wanted to give you guys an update on the ownership experience. Have I had any problems with the car? What are my thoughts on it? And wow, I love this thing. Anyway, this car is ridiculously fast. So this car, I traded in my first car, and for those of you that are new to the channel, I used to own a 2018 long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3. That car, I put 111,000 miles on it and eventually traded it in on this car, which is, again, a 21 Model 3 Performance. It is white body color, same color as my last car, and I did that mainly because this car is used for business. I visit clients in it, and I wanted some consistency there. Something about white is a very clean, professional-looking color. And again, my previous car was white, so there was continuity there. I traded in my other car. It was starting to have, you know, your typical automotive breakdown issues, and it was just time. Also, I wanted an all-wheel drive car. I live in Northern Illinois, and the winters here are pretty rough. So to that end, I ordered this car, waited several months to get it, took delivery of it, and I've been loving every minute of owning it. Now, in 15,000 miles, you would expect to not have any problems with the car, and that's the case here. I haven't had any issues with it. I did want to report on a few things, however. I've had a number of people ask me questions about, number one, am I going to modify this car in any way? Number two, are there any aspects of the car that have been disappointing? I also want to address the Pirelli P0 tires that this car has. Maybe I'll start there. So this car comes with Pirelli P0 summer tires. They're basically track tires, and I believe they did that because of the sheer amount of power this car has. It's really crazy. I mean, it spins the tires pretty easily, and if the traction isn't absolutely perfect, then it'll just spin the tires. And my guess is that they put the P0s on this thing, not just so it would do well on the track, but also so that you can achieve that 3.1 second 0 to 60 time, which I have indeed confirmed with my car. A lot of other people have. I haven't done a video on it just because everyone else that has a Model 3 Performance has done that, but my V-Box does show 3.1 seconds. In the winter, with a cold battery, it's 3.3 seconds. And also the tires are a little bit cold. So to achieve that kind of acceleration, I believe, is one of the main reasons that these sticky tires are used. Now, a bunch of people had told me, you're going to be replacing those tires very, very frequently. Well, I have to tell you, I've put 15,000 miles on this car, and I've had numerous people tell me that I won't get 10,000 miles out of these tires. A couple people said that 20,000 is the limit for these P0 tires. Well, I've got 15,000 miles on the tires, and they probably are about halfway to the wear indicators. And I've rotated them once. I rotated them at, I believe it was 8,000 or 9,000 miles. But yeah, they're not worn out. Actually, I'm pretty surprised at the life that I've gotten out of them, because with my rear-wheel drive Model 3, that car came initially with the stock 18-inch Aero wheels and tires. Very efficient tires, but they wore out. I put 19,000 miles on those tires, and they were shot. I had to replace them. Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. I mean, yeah, they're efficient tires, but good grief. You know, $750 or whatever it was for a set of 4 tires. That was pretty disappointing. My Ford C-Max Hybrid that I had before that car, I got 92,000 miles out of those tires, and they weren't bald yet. They were just worn to the wear marks. I replaced those with the same tires, $1,150, not cheap tires, but those gave 92,000 miles I got out of those tires. So it was a little bit frustrating that I only got 19,000 out of my 18-inch tires on my last car. With this car, it looks like these Pirelli P0s are going to last longer than my 18-inch, the tires on my 18-inch Aero wheels from my last car. So yes, I am very pleased with these tires. Now I can say something about them though, and that is they are horrific in the winter. And I get it, they're summer tires. You should put winter tires on. And I do have snow tires on another set of wheels that I had put on this car. But right now, weather's warming up again, and so I put my the Pirellis back on. But I was warned, and it is true, you need winter tires for this car if it comes with the P0s. A couple people online had said that it's almost like driving with plastic drift tires, you know, from one of those drift trikes that they just slide all over the place. That is true. In the cold weather, these P0 tires, they get hard and they will slip around. Now they will warm up eventually, but for the first several miles, they are slick as plastic. So just a word of warning to you guys, definitely you need winter tires, which is something I found with this car. So, but with winter tires, this car is like a snowmobile. It's pretty much unstoppable in the snow. So that's something I've noticed. This car is less efficient than my rear-wheel drive car, but that's just all-wheel drive is that way. It's got 20-inch wheels and these Pirelli tires, and the performance cars are less efficient than the non-performance cars. So, but the efficiency is still fine. My lifetime efficiency is 260 watt-hours per mile, I believe it is, which my rear-wheel drive car, winter, summer combined, I believe it was 238 watt-hours per mile. And so this car is less efficient, but bigger batteries, so my distance on a charge is about the same as my last car. Let's see, I love the double pane windows in the front. This car definitely is quieter on the road, and some of that might be the tires as well, but there's noticeably less wind noise. But my previous car, no matter what tires I had on that car, there was a lot of road noise. It was pretty annoying actually after a while. This car's quieter. Is it better in any other ways? The seats are more comfortable, definitely more comfortable. My last car, I put aftermarket upholstery in it, diamond stitched leather seats, just because it really was uncomfortable. Well, the seats weren't as comfortable as I'd prefer. I'm in my car about 5 hours a day, and those 5 hours a day take a toll on you if the seats aren't that comfortable. So this car, the seats are far more comfortable. I love the heated steering wheel. I have it on right now. Greatest thing in the world. It's just, Tesla has really taken the Model 3 and slightly improved every aspect of the car. I love the blacked out trim. The previous car was chrome or silver trim. I really love that this car has the blacked out trim. That is very nice, nice feature, nice change. I do love the lowered suspension and bigger brakes that the performance car comes with. So that's nice. And that leads me to the question of modifications. Do I plan on modifying this car at all? Well, initially I said no, and that was part of the reason why I got the performance car. It comes with the carbon spoiler, which, oh, that is one problem. It's not adhered very well to the trunk. I'm going to put in a service request. They'll come out and put a new spoiler on it, but it's the driver's side, about 2 feet worth of it is not bonded to the trunk lid. So, but it comes with the carbon lip spoiler, comes with 20-inch wheels, and I like the look of these. It comes with bigger performance brakes. It's lowered down. I think it's a little over ½ inch, if I'm not mistaken. So I like the look of the car. I like the performance that it has, and these are things I would have done, modifications I would have done to the car anyway. So initially when I bought the car, I said, no, I'm not going to modify it because it's set up the way I want. And with my last car, I only had that car for 3 years, and I traded it in. And I thought, you know, if I'm going to trade the car in anyway, why would I modify it? And I may as well just use it and keep it stock. It's easier to trade in. Well, however, since then, I've hired an employee for my primary business. So he's driving as many, or actually more miles than I. That's why in over a year's time, I've only put less than 15,000 miles on this car. Again, I think I'll have to double check, but I believe I've had this car for about 8 months. Normally, I would have had probably 25,000 miles put on my car within that duration, but this car is just shy of 15,000. So I may keep this car longer, and therefore it might be worth doing some modifications to it. We'll just have to wait and see. It depends on how much I enjoy the car, but I really don't find much that I want to change. Obviously, I put my my Atlas mount in this car. For those of you that don't know, I manufacture this mount that pitch adjusts the screen up and down, and also allows it to swivel left and right. I invented this. Yes, there are copies out there, but I invented it. Anyway, since that's my invention and I use this car to test it, I put that on, but it's also very easy to remove, to trade the car back in. Take me 10 minutes to remove it, put the car back to stock. So I'm not sure. I'd love to put a carbon dash on the car, but the fact that this new car has these wooden accents that continue into the door, I haven't researched about the carbon panel and a matching door trim, or I wouldn't even mind a white dash panel because the exterior of the car is white, but I'd also, again, need to continue the white accent into the doors. That's something that I would really like. Probably white even more than carbon fiber. So I'll look into that. But really, I love the car. I'll probably tint the windows. I haven't even put paint protection film on the nose yet. I forgot, but I've checked. There really aren't chips or whatever. I don't know. The paint protection film kind of grays a little bit over time, so maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. I love the car as it is. So I will say, if I could change anything about the car, I would like a gauge binnacle, and I do have an aftermarket gauge binnacle that I can put on this car, but I don't know. I would love for Tesla to have made one, but you know, that's about the only thing I dislike about it, is I would love to have the binnacle in front. Everything else, it's got a plain steering wheel. Maybe a stylized steering wheel might be a nice thing. I'm not going to modify this one because it's a heated wheel. I modified my previous car's steering wheels, made numerous yoke-style steering wheels for that car. I don't plan on doing that here. So I guess overall, it's been a very good experience owning this car. The fit and finish is really good. All of the panel gaps are good. I don't have any issues there. The car just works. I haven't really had any software glitches. My previous car, I would say at least every 2 or 3 days I had to hold the buttons in to recycle the screen. I don't have that issue with this car. So yeah, all in all, it's been a wonderful car. We'll see how that stands 100,000 miles in, but for right now, it's been really good. I just wanted to give you guys just my own personal opinion update on the car. This car was $60,000, not cheap. Not cheap. Our all-wheel drive BMW convertible that we had was less than that, and we shopped it down, paid a lot less than that. So is this car worth $60,000? To me it is, but I can appreciate why many people wouldn't want to spend that kind of money on a car at all, let alone a car that is relatively basic on the interior. But I will say that when you purchase a Tesla, you're purchasing the drivetrain, you're purchasing the UI, the center screen, the technology. That's what you're purchasing when you purchase a Tesla. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I just want to give you guys a quick update. Really nothing earth-shattering here. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. If you're interested in a screen mount kit, there will be a link in the description below. Let's see, I think that is it. Oh, also, I own 3 businesses at this point now, and that's why I haven't been uploading videos much in the last several months, but that's changing. You can expect a video upload probably every, I don't know, once a week, maybe twice a week. We've also replaced my wife's daily driver, and I'm doing a video on that. We got her a plug-in hybrid, and I've got several videos coming up on that car, so you can keep your eye open for that. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, leave a question if you have it in the comments section below, and I'm excited to share some things with you guys about the channel, about the businesses that I have. What is my third business? My primary business, in-home appliance service, secondary business, manufacturing screen mounts, but I have a third business. Interesting, not related to the Tesla, but related to electric vehicles. Anyway, stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and as always, stay charged. Thanks. Bye-bye now.